have a safe person to talk to. I'd say is a good place to start on at least getting that suppression out. Like have someone you can vent to. And I do mention in there a lot, and I stole it from Viking Paradigm, the phrasing, if someone does come to vent to you, or if you're going to vent to them, tell them that, hey, I'm venting. I want you to, I don't want solutions yet. So if that's you coming on the side where you need to vent, but if you're the person receiving the venting, you ask them, do you want me to feel this with you, or do you want me to fix it for you?
And what's funny is I often say, go to the boys, right? Go join a group like the Dragons membership, or join the beer club, or something like that, because the boys are a great place to say, hey man, I got a problem. Your girl's not a good outlet for that, but the boys are good for that. And the thing is about the boys and beer club is that they're wired just like all men are, right, to problem solve.
So the unyielding core aspect of it is, once you start building up that resilience, the durability is going to come, and eventually you're just going to get to a point where it's just like most stuff just doesn't phase you. You get into like that zen of amused mastery, and like even I still have trouble getting to that point today. I mean, we're human, we're not perfect, so shit's going to happen. Accept it, move on, and do the best you can with what you got, and don't be afraid to ask for help if need be. Like that's, I think, a problem that a lot of guys have, especially back to that last question with the stoicism, is I'm an alpha dude. I don't need help. It's like, yeah, you still need help, man. Especially if you're calling yourself an alpha dude.
Yeah. If you're self-describing yourself as an alpha male, I'm a fucking alpha.
What is it that Ryan says? Alpha Wolf 69.
Yeah. Well, that's
420.
Yeah, a lot of that is like the
old red pill, or Reddit.
The faceless masculinity accounts on Twitter that are ran by guys in India, and you know, it's an interesting group of guys. So we got some super chats here. Siege D, who has all of our books, I've got both AJ and Paul's books. I think he also has Wraith's book.
Yes, he does.
Yeah,
he bought Wraith's. I actually sent him an author's copy for everything he's done with like shouting out and sharing my platform on Glenn's channel. I did an author's copy and signed it and sent it to him. Just like, hey man, here you go.
That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. I'm gonna give him this one.
I was just gonna say it. This guy fucks. Am I right?
Yeah, he definitely fucks for that.
First came out of his single mommy strippers fund.
CW, he's a beer club brother, and he's a YouTube channel member. He sent a $2 super chat. He says, AJ on the show today, stiffen that frame, gents. Be careful of the use of the word stiffen. I'm going to give him the bouncing boobs today because he's a double member.
Thank you for the super chats. Boobies bouncing, can't stop that. From the east to the west, you are the best. Keep those chats coming in, let's do it all again.
God bless those girls. And then we have brother Eddie, Shreddy Eddie in the house, $5 super chat. He says, valuable life lessons indeed. And because he gave slightly more than CW, but he is also a double member. He's a beer club brother. Shreddy Eddie is a fucking legend.
Yes,
in beer
is.
club. You could still, if you hear, just listen. Off in the distance, you hear clanging fucking dumbbells out in the wilderness. Here we go. I'm going to give him the shaking booty video.
Moving closer to the line. Thank you, you're the best. Party on, we never rest.
There's a whole lot of jiggle on that wiggle. Hey, so AJ, you were talking about weaponizing vulnerability. Go into that.
I was being a little facetious with the word weaponize. I call it controlled vulnerability in my book, and that's just saying it's okay to be vulnerable with your girl. Just know when to use it. Don't be like heart on your sleeve, feelings like crying and all that stuff. But be okay with sharing like your issues, especially if you know how to do it. Like, hey, I got this. Like, she's like, oh, how was your day? And you say, oh, I got this issue here and here, but I have a plan, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it's like, hey, I got an issue, but I'm figuring out how to fix it kind of things. And it allows them to be like, oh, he is human. He does have feelings. He does get frustrated, but he can handle it. And that shows a sign of leadership in the relationship, both in the professional and in the relationship at the same time. That's what I mean by weaponizing and controlled vulnerability.
Right. No, and that's smart. And that's, I like to use, I think vulnerability is such a dirty word. It's just such a filthy, dirty word. But I would say, I like to say intimate, right? Like you could be intimate with your girl, talk about your day-to-day struggles, but women don't want a whining bitch. They don't want you acting like a woman. If you're just, oh, I got all these problems and you're just venting about all this shit and you don't ever say, you know what, but everything's going to be cool. Like I've got a plan for this, or you know what though, this adversity is making me stronger because of this, or whatever. Like if you don't have like a positive spin on the other side of that, women start losing attraction fast. So
they dry up real fast.
Yeah. And it's unfortunate, and a lot of guys don't want to hear that because they're like, but she's my partner. She's my partner, bro. And it's like, that's another dirty word. It's like, no, she's not your fucking partner. You may think that, but that's not what they want. They need you to be the rock. And if you're a whiny little bitch and acting like a woman, you're not her rock. And she can't be your rock, bro. And she might think she wants to be, but she's just not evolutionarily wired to be that for you. And she'll start resenting you over time.
New episodes every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Subscribe now.